What up, War Robotters? Solve 'em here with the new video. I hope you watch this through and that you weigh in on this. This deals with a topic that's super frustrating to, I think, all of us playing right now. Obviously, the matchmaker is busted. It sucks. And the scoring system is antiquated as well. The matchmaker is busted because if you're like me, you keep getting games like this where you were looking to play a solo game and you end up against a full stacked clan that's most likely on comms. So the likelihood of winning these games is like slim to none. It definitely happens and we feel good about it. But when we lose these, it totally sucks because in my case, I got lowest performer even though I got 4 beacons, which is 2 more than the rest of my team combined. And if you watch this video, which I've included, you can see what a frustrating game it was from my standpoint, where I was the only person working the field side, the farm side of the map alone the entire game. No one came out. Well, one person came out to support and got killed before they could get center. Anyways, matchmaker is messed up because you keep getting games like this, unwinnable, and then you get negative points. And the league system, the scoring system is antiquated because there's stuff in here that like doesn't matter and isn't fair. So first of all, kills doesn't matter because I can shoot a bot and get it 90% dead, and then someone can come in and shoot it with one magnum shot and they get the kill. So kills are ridiculous. So we can get rid of that altogether. I think damage is an indicator of doing work in the game, and so is beacons. I think the biggest problem with this though is that the beacon section needs to be broken down. Not all beacons are created equal. I don't think that you should get points for grabbing home beacons. That should be a no-brainer duty that you should do, and hopefully that will end beacon fighting in the beginning of the game, where 2 people in the same bot want to go fight for the near home beacon to get it. That's super annoying. So beacons need to be broken down and ranked, so to speak, and weighted differently. I think you should be rewarded for grabbing center and rewarded for grabbing enemy beacons. And with that said, let's just look at this other remake of this that I put together and discuss how a different system could potentially work. So looking on the left-hand side, you'll notice that I moved up a little bit, and that's because I'm changing how we score beacons. So there's the C beacon, E, and R, and C stands for center, E stands for enemy beacon, and R stands for recapture, all right? So I'm just suggesting that for center, for taking center, that it's ×2. So every many times you take it, ×2 is the points you get for that, as well as with enemy beacons. You get ×2 for taking those. And then recaptures are worth 1. So to be clear, you would get 1 point from recapturing your own home beacon. All right. Anytime you grab center or an enemy's beacon, it's always going to be ×2. But when you recapture one of your own home beacons after the red team has taken it, then that's 1 point. And that's to incentivize people to get back and help protect their own beacons too. All right. And I'm just going to put this out there. Like, I feel like every time I play Dead City, I'm like one of the only people paying attention to the far home beacon on the right-hand side. And I'm constantly recapturing that beacon throughout the entire game. It's like one of the most annoying things I got to deal with in playing matches is how often people leave that beacon completely vulnerable. I mean, if you want to lose that game less, then start protecting your far home beacon a little bit more on Dead City. All right, enough said about that rant. On to the next part. And then taking your home beacons in the beginning of the game, like those aren't worth anything. And hopefully that will end this annoying fighting for home beacon crap that happens. And then this B column is for bonus. This is something I've been thinking about. I'm not sure if that's something to to make it all the way, but I had some space to fit that in. But, you know, a bonus column I think would be great. If you are, like in this case, here I am with this terrible matchmaking again, just all random clan versus full total control clan. And that shit's hard, man. It's hard to uh, to play a full clan that's on comms and no one in your squad is. But in this case, had we won, maybe that bonus could be ×2, so we get double the points. I think that is fair to get, you know, a point boost when you're fighting an underhanded match and end up winning. We still have damage on here to the far left of the scores, and kills has dropped off. I think kills is ridiculous. I don't think it factors into the gold that you get at the end anyways. And besides, you know, like everyone on the team is chipping into a bunch of different bots. So let's say that someone on my team took a bot almost all the way down, and then I pop out of nowhere and take him out with a couple Terran shots. I mean, you can get a lot of kills, even though you didn't do most of the work of taking that down. I just think kills is a ridiculous stat to begin with. But I think that this would better reflect battle performance. So, because that's one of the things that's super frustrating. Like, first of all, it sucks that when you lose in this game, you lose ranking points. And if you see over here, there's no negative ranking points in this. You only move upwards, and you still get the same amount of points whether you win or lose. I mean, maybe you could do, you know, in the bonus here, the losing teams get like, you know, times 0.5, so they get half of what they would get otherwise. But they still go forward. The negative ranking system, I think, is one of the biggest annoyances of the current league system structure, because now people are afraid to lose, and they're highly selective of who they squad with. And again, I think if they were to change one thing really quick, they should get rid of the negative ranking scores you get when you lose a match. So this system kind of breaks down scoring beacons, and incentivizes people to get beacons, I believe. And then you're going for like an aggregate point total, not just a damage total, not just a beacon total. You're going for both. Overall, it rewards both damage and beacons correctly, I think. So like in this game coming up, first, you know, we drop against a full clan, which was rough to begin with, and then like the entire game was everyone fighting in the city side and me alone fighting for all the beacons on the farm side. So center, the dam beacon, the farm beacon, taking on Furies like with Gareth's. I mean, it was ridiculous. Super frustrating game as far as team play goes. Well, random team play, we'll put it that way. Surprisingly, it was a really close game. I mean, we almost pulled it off. But, you know, there I was at the bottom after I felt like I'd worked my ass off on the farm side, trying to stay alive in lesser bots and apply pressure. Man, but if we could fix this scoring system, that would be fantastic. So please watch this video. Please weigh in on it. You know, I think we should all play our part in helping Pixonic make the game better. It's not just them, and we can't just whine all the time. We have to come up with some constructive criticism and some solutions as well. So, you know, I'd love to see some discussion around this. I'm going to try to shop it around. In a second, we'll get the game rolling. But I will say, like, I really do think that the beacons should be split up in order of importance. I think center and enemy beacons are really valuable to get, and you want to encourage people to push forward, and this does. And recaptures are important. You can't just not protect your home beacons. You got to go get those things. All right, so let's get rolling with the match over here, and I'll talk about it more at the end. All right, so running all light bots, all fast bots here. So jumping into Gareth, there's plenty of people in front of me. I don't need to take the city beacon. I'm just going to head over here and try to get these super quick. All right, so now I'm looking, and I see TC everywhere, so total control. I know this is going to be a tough game. They're a good clan. All right. So staying far back in case there's any snipers here. Just trying to stay out of range. Okay, so I'm headed on to center. And at this point, I'm like totally sure that someone's going for the damn beacon. All right, we still have an empty beacon. Look at that. Nobody came over. So I got to run back to get this damn beacon. Totally abandoned center. Or pushing forward. All right. 3 beacons. There's one person on their team pushing towards our home beacon, and nobody out here. All right, so what do we have here? This is like a Gepard. So using the hill for some cover, and shooting from the high ground. He's throwing aphids, which he can outrun pretty easily in the Gareth. All right, center has been taken. Gonna work on this Galahad from a distance, and I'm just gonna bail on center. Like I'm not gonna beat that Galahad head to head. So they got no one at their farm beacon, so I'm gonna come over here and see if I can get to that. Alright, so now I'm getting shot on. What was that? Is that like a trebuchet that just hit me? Just running backwards. I can't turn around and get exposed from this Galahad. Alright, yeah, so got trebbed out. Or look, they got another Fury up there anyway, so maybe Tri-Fury hit me. Alright, still down in center. One guy just went up to center. We have a Fury back here. Everyone else is hanging out in the city. And this guy in center gets taken down. Both these guys get taken down. Or did that Fury eject? I don't know. I'm not going to rewind it. This game's frustrating enough. Alright, just got the shields up. Trying to protect myself from the trebs and trying to get out of the distance of that trident. And just trying to figure out what the hell I'm going to do here with that Fury. Get in position. And this time I had some Molots on my Galahad. Alright, so got worked. Alright, still no one over in center with me. But did bite into that Fury a little bit. Yeah, it was a fun little build to run for a little bit. Don't really run it anymore with the Terrans and Molots. I think that was the only place it ever really came in somewhat useful. I just didn't have 2 other Magnums to put on it. That's why I ran that. Alright, they have center. Now they're pushing towards the dam beacon. Still no one over here. Still have that Treb Fury. Alright, now this is a mismatch for this guy who came across. He just shot, so if I can get in there, I should be able to take him down. Alright, getting fired on from behind. Fortunately, he shot into the hill at that angle. Alright, kept him down. Got hit by that damn Treb again. Alright, great. Support for the first time. Alright, he got hit. He's smoking. So he might be down. I'll let him take that. Alright, he gets blown up before he can get center. Oh. Alright, taking center again. Trying to get over this hill to get cover. Just trying to stay out of range. Alright, he's down. Looks like I got a little Fury help. Now I'm going to try to pressure this Tri Fury or Treb Fury. He's just hitting into the shield. Shield's gone. I'm wondering, do I go or do I stay? I've got this to protect me for a while. He just gets right out of range. Got someone shooting on me from the other side, possibly. So I decide to go for it. Hoping I could get to there. Gets me last second. It's possible if I ran earlier he would have been less charged up. Either way, it was a dice roll situation. Alright, back in the Gareth, and see some bots coming over the bridge and just a Fury back here to protect. So we've got no one in here in center, in city to do anything. Got a Rhino coming. I mean, this is just super frustrating game. Got 2 Furies back here. What the hell? Alright, get blown up. Just trying to get back out. I believe this is last bot. Gotta go retake this beacon. And there's just seconds left. Like, there's nothing to have happen here except for trying to take their home beacon. There's just one. Oh, look at that. Center's down because no one else was out there. Alright, so this game's officially going to be over. Just watching time tick away. Boom, over. And then you get this negative 18 goddamn points. I mean, what the... So, get like lowest performer on here, 4 beacons. I've got more beacons than the entire team combined. It only has 2. I mean, just exceptionally frustrating system to be playing in, where beacons aren't rewarded, no one helping out on the other side. Matchmaker gives us like an impossible game to win, just about, playing a full squad, probably on comms as well. And you know, it's just, that's like, in a nutshell, it's like one of the most frustrating things about how things are set up right now, that you just want to play a good game. And to be honest, it was really close and it was a good game, but it was damn near unwinnable. And on top of that, I get negative 18 points after working my ass off on that battlefield trying to keep us in the game and cover beacons like you're supposed to. Oh, man, just... Oh, so frustrating. All right, so let's go over this this restructuring again that I came up with. So again, in the new system that I'm proposing here, the kills goes away. It's irrelevant, doesn't matter. It's not even fair, all right? Because you can work down a bot and someone else can shoot it once and then they get the kill. All right, so for damage, you get a point for every 100,000 damage points you get. So if you get 1 million damage points, then that's 10 overall points. If you capture a center beacon, that is 2 points. All right, so you want to incentivize people, you know, helping to go get center. All right, and then E stands for enemy beacons. So if you capture either one of the enemy's home beacon or near or far home beacon, then that should be 2 points as well, to incentivize people to move forward and try to capture beacons. And then R stands for recapture. So this is to incentivize people to get back and cover the beacons that they've let the enemy capture. And the thing that I think that works about this at the moment is, it's fine if you just want to be a camper or just a damage player and just rack up the damage points. Like, go for it. But what this does is it equally, more fairly balances out the people getting beacons. And then it definitely recognizes the players that are doing both, that are doing a great job with damage pushing the enemy back, but are also moving into enemy territory and taking beacons. So to me, like, that's a top performer, getting it done on both sides. And then this whole bonus thing, I mean, whether that makes it or not, it doesn't really matter. It's just another concept I had, such as, like, in this game, like, had we won that, like, I definitely think that we should get, you know, double the bonus points for beating a full squad. So there's some things that can be done with that as well. I think that there could maybe be a special bonus for a player that gets double digits on the damage side and double digits on the beacon side. I think that person deserves some bonus points as well. And then in the end, you just end up with a point total. All right? And you don't get gold, you don't get silver, but it's possible that with these points, you can then convert them into the silver or the gold that you want. And there's a different conversion rate for each. But, you know, different players need different things at different points in the game. So I think that could be a potentially better breakdown for that. Oh man, this game is so frustrating to play, and unfortunately, I'd say at least half of my games are like this, where I just want to play some fun solo games, and I end up in a all solo blue team against a full stacked on comms red team. I mean, this is probably one of the most annoying matchups in the game that is currently going on. Oh, I could rant forever, but hopefully this is a constructive rant, and I would love it if Pixonic weighed in on something like this. If I could attach anything else to this before closing, and I might make something, 2 other pieces to go with this, but one, it would be great to be able to make it easier to build your friends list, so you're not locked to just the people in your clan or people that you've somehow managed to Facebook friends with. That it was easier to group up with people that you want to play with again. And then if this loss system stays in place, I think it'd be great. With these negative points, where instead of the daily premium where it gives you more silver, maybe build into that you get like loss insurance or something like that, where you don't lose the points. Anyways, I've talked enough about this. Love to hear your thoughts. Please shop this around the community. We need to fix this. This sucks. All right. Until later, if you like this, then click the like button, subscribe, god damn it. Whoop, whoop. Stay awesome.